Did the 5K this morning.
Again? A little bit late.
Yeah, better late than never, as I say. But yeah, here we are. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Bit of a bumpy start to the morning for me.
What happened?
Hoping to...
Nothing, but it was bumpy?
Yeah, bumpy. Hoping to smooth it out now with you inside the radio. Well, it's your breakfast rush and hope everybody's just doing well. Superintendent Raouf did mention that accident down at 45th, so that's going to be slowing things down because you know that's very, very close to construction.
Yeah. And
it's one of those areas where the road's not exactly straight.
Yes.
It kind of windy, you know. So people get your foot off the accelerator pedal, move it over just one notch to the left, and maybe slow down a little bit.
Please.
Especially in that area. So let's figure out what's happening weather-wise around South Africa.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Right, Durban, expecting partly cloudy weather. It's going to be a hot one today. 31 degrees expected as we get through lunchtime. No expectation of rain today, so maybe one of those days where you might, if you can, get the washing out. Pietermaritzburg, partly cloudy, but warmer, 34 at lunch. Margate today, partly cloudy, 26 degrees. Richards Bay, a partly cloudy, 35. Hello, Ladysmith, sunny, 34. Johannesburg, mostly sunny, 28 degrees. And Cape Town, from 9 to a mostly cloudy 19 degrees expected in the mother city.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
We love the Breakfast Rush.
Ladies, are you concerned about your health and well-being? Then the Al-Ansar Cancer Support Group's annual Cancer Awareness and Chai Day is for you. Dynamic speakers, an awesome tea garden, lucky draws, free blood pressure and sugar checks, free entry. Join us on Saturday the 25th of October at the Al-Ansar Hall, 189 West Road, Overport, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Let's unite to fight cancer's might.
Explore the world with Worldview Travel. Let our expert team guide you in creating a travel experience that exceeds your expectations. Unbeatable flight deals, corporate and leisure bookings, luxurious accommodations, tailor-made packages, reliable car rentals, comprehensive travel insurance, seamless visa assistance. Visit us at 55 Problem Keys Road, Durban. Call 031 001 7062 or 0718350216. Follow us on Instagram at Worldview Travel. Worldview Travel creates memories to last a lifetime.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
खुदा का नूर तुझ में गुबहू है खुदा पिन्हा मगर तू रूबरू है तेरी अजमत का अंदाजा हो किसको खुदा है और खुदा के बाद तू है सत में रसूल मक्की मदनी कौनैन में तुम सा कोई नहीं है खत में रसूल है खत में रसूल मक्की मदनी है खत में रसूल मक्की मदनी कौनैन में तुम सा कोई नहीं कौनैन में तुम सा कोई नहीं है नूरे मुजस्सम है नूरे मुजस्सम तेरे सिवा महबूब खुदा का कोई नहीं है खत्म कोई नहीं है ये शान तुम्हारी है आका ये शान तुम्हारी है आका तुम अर्श बरी पर पहुँचे हो तुम अर्श बरी पर पहुँचे हो ज़ीशान नबी है सब लेकिन ज़ीशान नबी है सब लेकिन महराज का दूल्हा कोई नहीं है खत्म कोई नहीं है खत्म रसूल दिल किसको दिखाए चीर के गम दिल किसको दिखाए चीर के गम इसिया का मदावा कौन करे इसिया का मदावा कौन करे है रहमत आलम तेरे सिवा है रहमत आलम तेरे सिवा दुखियों का मसीहा कोई नहीं है खत्म रसूल मक्की मदनी कौनैन में तुम सा कोई नहीं है खत्म रसूल खैरात मोहम्मद से पाकर खैरात मोहम्मद से पाकर इस नाज से क्या कहते हैं मंगते इस नाज से क्या कहते हैं मंगते दुखियों पे करम करने वाला दुखियों पे करम करने वाला सरकार से अच्छा कोई नहीं है कोई नहीं है खत्म रसूल हो जाए एक चश्मे करम हो जाए अगर एक चश्मे करम महशर में फना की लाज रहे महशर में फना की लाज रहे है शाफ़ाए माशर तेरे सिवा है शाफ़ाए माशर तेरे सिवा बख्शिश का वसीला कोई नहीं है सत्य कोई नहीं है सत्य में रसूल
6:43 this morning. Khatam Rasool Makki Madani. Ghulam Mustafa Qadri is his name. If you're looking for it, go. Ghulam Mustafa Qadri. Khatam Rasool Makki Madani, the title of that recording, which has got a lot of people saying, yay.
Absolutely beautiful. You know that it's a special track when Mondi comes from outside to take a picture of the screen.
Yeah. So he comes in, he grabs his phone, he opens up, his camera app, and he's busy over my shoulder. I'm like, what is going on? Did something break that I don't know about? And he's like, no. After a nice dal and rice, you put this on and you sit down and you listen to it. So different things for different people. I suppose, listening to this in the dal and rice.
Second name is food.
Oh no, absolutely.
Vishaal's first name and
It's food.
Mondli's second name.
So here's the thing. Yesterday we'd had, and this is the reason why I was thinking, is there something incorrect? Yesterday we'd had a fair amount of difficulty here at our studios with electrical supply. So electricity was in short supply. So things were going wrong. We had the area that had gone off.
Yeah.
And then for some odd reason, when the generator kicked in, it wasn't supplying electricity the way we'd anticipated it. And, just round and roundabout was hectic. So gratitude to everybody for patience as that situation was resolved. And the electricity and all of that. So I fully expect for there to be like maintenance people and what have you in the building today just coming in and having a look.
I blame Colonel Rauf. Everything was smooth before he mentioned load shedding. In the morning.
True story.
I went home and no power. I'm like, what?
Right.
On the first day of school? Why? So soup must keep it inside.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, listen, we got your WhatsApp messages open, 0609041056, and Sarah Bibi Mustafa Parag is typing to Naz.
So she says, Assalamu alaikum, beautiful Nasheed. And in her words, she says the top show with lightning stars.
Aww.
Have a blessed Tuesday, Nish and Naz, and all the best for Naz in school. Please read my message. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all abundantly.
Ameen. So here's the story. You were talking about the kiddies going back.
Yeah.
We were talking about the matriculants getting ready and all of that. Certain people at tertiary level are writing first papers today.
Okay.
Yeah. Certain people at tertiary level are writing first papers for the end of this year.
Yeah.
I want to say semester, but it's, literally it's for the end of this year. So those at tertiary that are putting pen to paper, just going, putting on the invigilator apps and all of that. Breathe.
The struggle of those apps.
Think and then answer. That's the trick. You got to settle the mind, focus your mind, and then get into the business of putting down your answers onto paper. That's the only way it's going to work.
All the best to you if you are one of those people.
Yeah.
I know the stresses of that app. Brings back memories, but you'll be fine.
You're not done with it, are you?
With that part of
For
it,
now.
yes. But the road that I want to take as of next year, inshallah, will not include the Invigilator app.
Right? Oh, goody. Because that thing makes you put a camera on.
No, it's a struggle. It doesn't work half the time. It's a distraction because you've got to stop your paper every few minutes and take a picture of something. You've got to take a selfie. You've got to take a picture of your ID or your driver's license. You've got to take a picture of your script to say, this is where I am now.
Oh, no.
And then 15 minutes later, it's a distraction. It's like ding, ding, ding. And you have that thought, you'll be in your answer and then ding. And if you don't send it immediately, then it penalizes you.
Oh, gosh. So at tertiary level, we're encouraging selfies. But I'm going to leave that one there.
For verification.
For verification purposes. All right, we're speaking with somebody from Satu a little bit later on to get their views on what's going on as matric learners and educators prepare for their finals. The Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant General Shadrach Sibiya, says he has no personal relationship with controversial businessman and activist Brown Mokgotso, but regularly received information from him. He only became familiar with the service provider Vusmusi Kat Matlala after Matlala approached SAPS with contract-related concerns. Sibiya appeared before Parliament's ad hoc committee yesterday, which is investigating allegations made by KZN's Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi.
And outside of South Africa, Russia has urged Pakistan and Afghanistan to exercise restraint after deadly fighting erupted along the border for 2 days, killing dozens and halting bilateral trade in what has amounted to the worst clashes in recent memory. The Russian Foreign Ministry said yesterday that it was closely monitoring the events and that the situation is stabilizing following similar statements from China, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. Tensions rose on Thursday when the Taliban blamed Pakistan for explosions in Kabul and the eastern province of Paktika.
Back here in South Africa, a team of 200 medical teams from South Africa are on standby, waiting to enter Gaza. And this is according to Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman, head of humanitarian organization Gifts of the Givers, which has had a permanent presence in Gaza since 2013. While aid convoys are being allowed into Gaza, Israel continues to control access and limit who can be allowed. Aid agencies, including Gift of the Givers, are racing against time as famine and malnutrition take hold of the stricken Palestinian nation. The United Nations Children Fund earlier reported 500,000 children facing acute malnutrition in Gaza. A figure, warns Suleiman, will increase if medical aid does not reach them quickly. So if we think about everything that we go through on a day-to-day basis, we all have struggles.
Yeah.
Everybody has a struggle. No matter rich, poor, in between, everybody has a struggle. But the struggle that these people are going through is completely different. Always we say, take it to another level. I want these guys to take it a few levels down.
Inshallah.
Honestly, they need to bring it like a whole ladder down, not just levels. So we beg dua for life for our Palestinian brothers and sisters to change completely. To change completely, and for people just to start using this gray matter between their ears, and just in what's inside their chests, their hearts, actually starts getting used properly. Start thinking and feeling for human beings. Leave alone skin color, ethnicity, hair, there's that, the other, whatever. It's human beings. Full stop. Just start thinking differently. Anyway, Hafiz Shahid Mia says the reception on the North Coast is not as grand as he'd like it to be. Hafiz Sab, we'll send your message up the ladder and see how that one there works out. MH Osman came through yesterday and gave us a little bit of a visit. So he got a bit of a fuzzy picture taken with myself and brother Nadeem, one of the new sales guys here at Al Ansar.
Lovely. Quite a cool picture.
He got us by off guard, really.
I think he was missing you guys.
From Saturday?
From Saturday.
Salams,
Nish, Naz, and the listeners. Blessed Tuesday from Fazila Kaji.
Fazila, hope you have yourself an excellent day. Fozi in Peter Maritzburg sending her salams to you as well. The accident now cleared at 45th. Thank you for that information, Shiraz. Much appreciated. Salams, what's the name of the nasheed playing now? Hasbunallah. Name of the person for the nasheed. That would be Atiq Rahman.
What am I looking at? Assalamu alaikum on this beautiful day from Razia Kader. And then Shana says, Assalamu alaikum, mashallah, well read. I also follow family and friends. She wants to send salams to her brothers Hamid, Sayyid, and her son Muzaffir. Shah and Mosina say Assalamu alaikum. They're from Savannah Park. And Farooq, salams, Nish and Naz.
Hope you have a good one. Farooq and his wife Zinat, always in the car, traveling, heading off to work, whatever the case is. Bit of an offbeat story for you, right?
Okay.
So Japan's human washing machine. Just the title of that story is now very...
Japan's human washing.
So imagine this. You're tired. You've had a long day, and the last thing you feel like doing is showering. What if I told you you could just lie down, do nothing, and still come out squeaky clean?
Sounds like an awesome invention.
Well, guess what, right? Japan's done it again. A company in Osaka has officially created a human washing machine, which its name literally means human washing machine.
So here's how it works. Instead of stepping into a shower, you climb into this futuristic pod. You pull the lid down and the pot does everything for you. So you have warm, soapy water, you've got micro bubbles, gentle sprays, the whole spa experience.
And it even plays calming videos. So you can relax, watch soothing visuals while the pod basically gives you a bath.
Oh, and it also tracks your heart rate and your stress level. So it's not just a wash, it's a wellness check.
Basically, it's a bar, it's a spa, it's a full stress test, all in one sci-fi bubble is what you're saying.
Unfortunately, there's only one prototype so far, but Japanese hotels and spas are already lining up to get this.
All right, so here's a question for our listeners now. If this machine came to South Africa, would you try it? Be honest. If this machine came to South Africa, would you try it?
Can I ask you if you would try it?
This sounds like something, right? See, this is how Nishal gets in trouble. I was hoping she wouldn't ask any questions. But this sounds like something where you had a really long day, you had a tough day, whatever the case is. You just go in there, you chill out, you relax, you come out squeaky clean, and then the wife is like,
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Radio Al-Ansar welcomes your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please put it in writing and address it to the head of the complaints committee. Include your full name, contact details, a clear description of your complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or bring it in person to our Pietermaritzburg office at 240 Ortman Road, Willowton. Your input helps us serve you better.
Join us for the grand opening of Durban India Shopping Festival, 27th September, with entertainment by Versatile and Vande Mataram Dance Academy. Get all your Diwali shopping done in one place for the whole family. Monday to Thursday, free entry. Friday to Sunday and public holidays, only 20 Rand per person. Don't miss the biggest shopping experience, the biggest fireworks display, and the biggest car giveaway, happening only at Old Durban Drive-In. Durban India Shopping Festival. We bring India to you.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Hi, my name is Raya from Dubai, and I listen to the Breakfast Rush Radio Al-Ansar.
What would we do if Islam wasn't sent as a mercy? Where would we be if we never heard any of the prophets' journeys or without you, Allah? I would be so low, 'cause without love and God, my life would be torn apart. I wanna thank Allah for blessing me each day. Words can't describe what you've done for my life, and I can never complain. I wanna thank Allah for blessing me each day. Words can't describe what you've done for my life, and I can never complain. What would we do if there weren't a call to prayer? When the sun goes down, would silence fill the air? Would we still fast inside of the crescent moon? Without Islam, with the days end way too soon. I wanna thank Allah for blessing me each day. Words can't describe what you've done for my life, and I can never complain. I wanna thank Allah blessing me each day. Words can't describe what you've done for my life. Can never complain. I wanna thank Allah for blessing me each day.
Ibrahim, Muad, and big question, what would you do? That's the question. What would you do? We'd go to news because it's almost 7 on this Tuesday morning, almost there, 14 October. And enough time to remind you that if you are watching on social media right now, just look on the bottom end of your screen, either that corner or that corner, one of the two, there's a share button. Go for it. Just click it and share this experience. So we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Of course, we're inside your radio, and wherever you are, we're there with you as well. So share that experience, and let's get your main news bulletin now, just to figure out what's going on in the world.
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news at 7, magistrates held a placard demonstration in Durban yesterday to achieve judicial independence and address the systematic discrimination. Good morning, I'm Tabila Duma. Magistrates held a placard demonstration in Durban yesterday to achieve judicial independence and address the systematic discrimination. Magistrate Estelo Zuma, representing the Judicial Officers Association of South Africa president, stated that their historical concerns have been ignored. He said that they went as far as trying to litigate the issues. However, litigation has also proven futile and they have decided to pursue a different course of action to address their concerns. Zuma said there is an outstanding and long-standing issue related to their salaries. He said annually there are reports which are prepared and recommendations are then made to the President and the Judicial Service Commission. He said the recommendations have never been implemented. Staying with local news, a shocking report by the Health Assistance Trust reveals that over 31,000 KwaZulu-Natal pupils are found pregnant in a single year, including 610 girls aged between 10 and 14. The Democratic Alliance is demanding an urgent task team to tackle this crisis, calling for better tracking and prosecution in statutory rape cases. The Department of Social Development cites poverty, poor parenting, and absent fathers among contributing factors. The HST's Pagama Digest report indicated that 31,088 girls between the ages of 10 and 19 gave birth in KZN between April 2023 and March last year. The figures have been recorded at KZN's public health facilities only. The report stated that between April 2020 and March 2023, almost 11,500 babies were born to girls aged 10 to 14. Chantal Dubois, spokesperson on social development for the DA in KZN, called for the Departments of Social Development, Community Safety and Health to urgently form a joint task team to maintain a comprehensive register tracking all cases of teenage pregnancy. In national news, the Britain complex dispute between former PRASA CEO Lucky Montana and the South African Revenue Service has intensified this week, with both parties trading sharp accusations over an alleged tax liability that SARS claims totals 55 million rands. At a media briefing yesterday held at the OR Tambo International Airport, Montana dismissed SARS's assessments outright, insisting that he only owes 8 million rands in outstanding taxes, a fraction of the amount SARS claims that he owes. The former transport executive described SARS's tactics as unlawful and accused the agency of abusing its power. Montana's dispute with SARS dates back over a decade and includes contested charges related to vehicle settlements, property sales, and alleged undocumented income. Scores of Eastern Cape pupils were left stranded at pickup points yesterday as scholar transport operators embarked on a stay away owing to non-payment by the provincial government for their services. A total of 794 million rands was set aside in the 2025 and 2026 financial year to ferry just over 100,000 qualifying pupils in the province who travel more than 5 kilometers to their nearest quintile 1 to 3 schools. But scholar transport operators claim that the department has not been paying them for months. According to the South African National Taxi Council's Eastern Cape Interim Deputy Chairperson Subazile Mkhosa, Pupils in the Buffalo City, Crisani, Alfred Nzo, and the Ora Tambo municipalities were mostly affected. Xhosa said that some taxi owners had not been paid for up to 4 months. The Eastern Cape Department of Transport, under which the Scholar Transport Program falls, indicated yesterday that the program to ferry pupils will be back on track by today. Department spokesperson Unati Bingose said payments have been delayed for various reasons. And finally, political leaders from around the world have convened in Egypt for a ceremony to sign a ceasefire deal in Gaza, led by the United States President Donald Trump and mediating partners such as Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey. Speaking in the Egyptian seaside resort of Sharm el-Sheikh yesterday, Trump envisioned a glimmering future for Gaza as a hub of development and investment, even as the Gaza Strip lies in ruins following Israel's devastating two-year assault. The ceasefire deal has been greeted with both a combination of relief and anxiety about the future in Gaza, where Israeli attacks killed at least 67,869 people, with thousands more likely buried beneath the rubble. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 17 rands and 32 cents, to the euro at 20 rands and 4 cents, to the pound at 23 rands and 10 cents. The Saudi riyal is at 4 rands and 62 cents. Gold is trading at $4,109.86 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $63.37 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with your headlines at 7:30. For Radio Alonso News, I'm Tabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Tabile Duma. It's your breakfast rush. It's 7:05. This is Radio Alansar. I'm Nishal Sarwan. With me in the studio, Nazmira Kassem. We've got brother Monley Tusi. And of course, you've just heard Tabile Duma giving you your news. Coming up in a moment, you've got Superintendent Raouf will bring you the latest in traffic news. Also, just a reminder, you are our eyes and ears on the road. So if you see something, traffic lights not working, maybe an accident, an incident, whatever the case may be, somebody's broken down, anything blocking the traffic, the flow of traffic, send us a message on 06090411056. We'll share that information with everybody and just keep the road safer this morning. Paresh out in Edenvale in Gauteng, thank you very much. I do see you on TikTok. He's reposted the video. He's done all of those things saying hello. Trisha as well out in Dundee every morning listening in to TBR via the TikTok stream, which is fantastic. Thank you very much for being there and doing that. Annie's back. What's the question?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
That's the answer.
Don't do it. Annie, are you okay?
Don't listen.
Rush traffic.
Superintendent Raouf, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. The MEC for Transport in KZN is doing some good work. People traveling on the R34, remember, there was stop and goes approximately 45 minutes to an hour. He's now spoken to the construction companies. They're now going to reduce that to about 15 minutes. And truckers will now have to use the R66 going towards Ishawe, which connects the R34 to Richards Bay. So your normal motorists will have a much easier ride now on the R34. The plans to reduce the congestion in that vicinity. So if you do use that road, good news for you. Accident on the N3 southbound that is coming towards Durban just before Sidara. 2 vehicles, one's off the road, one is in the middle, in the left-hand lane. So there is some sort of delay in that vicinity. Just allow for extra traveling time there, please. Now, we've also got an accident, Grazing Road. Now, this is on the bend, on the bluff. As you're going up Grazing from the bottom, from Tara Road side, you're going up to the top towards the beach or towards Marine Drive. On that bend, as you're climbing up the hill, that's where the accident is, involving 2 vehicles. So there's going to be delays, allow for extra traveling time there as well. Accident on the M1 Higginson Highway as you're going westbound towards Unit 5 in Chatsworth. At that off-ramp, at the Chatsworth Circle off-ramp, which is going towards the Chatsworth Center, you got an accident at the bottom of that intersection as well. There's also 2 vehicles involved in this accident, so there'll be delays in that vicinity as well, just to allow for extra traveling time there, please. Now remember, we spoke about misty conditions. Haven't settled yet, especially in the Hilton area going up Town Hill, also down the north coast. Quite misty conditions this morning, especially towards the Quadacruza area, coming towards Belito and so forth. Just make sure you just drive carefully and switch your headlights on if you're traveling in that vicinity, please. Stationary vehicle on the N3. Now this is going towards... Okay, it's been cleared. The one at Chatterton Road has been cleared. So the traffic is flowing nicely there. That's your second update.
Superintendent Rauf, quick question. We spoke earlier about the Japanese inventing a machine that when you finish work, you could go to this machine in your home, you could lie in it, and it would literally give you a bath while playing you soothing videos and all of that. And then, like minutes later, you emerge from this cocoon clean, squeaky clean. Would you get something like that? Would you use it?
The Indians have invented a better machine.
The Indians, what machine did the Indians invent that we're not aware of?
It's called the wife.
And I thought I was bad. I thought I was, oh, no it. Assalamu alaikum.
But you like to put your finger on the stove.
Exactly. And then you get burnt. And then here comes MH to burn the other finger. The next one. MH comes and says, why the wives have to prepare and serve their husbands with breakfast, lunch, and supper daily. That's one of the laws by correctional services that all prisoners must be served 3 meals a day.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
Hey, youth of today, it's time to keep it real. Real talk, real issues, real youth. From mental health and peer pressure to faith, identity, and the power of social media. No topic is off limits. Join Smear Khan every Wednesday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. on Radio Al Ansar for real talk where your voice matters. It's your space, your story, your platform. Real talk, real issues, real youth. Only on Radio Al Ansar.
For too many communities across Africa and the world, access to clean water remains a dream. At Africa Muslims Agency, we dig deep, reaching into the heart of the earth to fill the cups of those in need. Sponsor a water well for 16,500 Rand, or a borehole in Afghanistan for 55,000 Rand, or Africa for 65,000 Rand, or any amount. With water comes food, health, education, and growth. An ongoing reward with Africa Muslims Agency.
Color your world with Color Trade Paints. Color Trade Paints, stockers of interior and exterior coatings. We got you covered with our wide range of roof colors and are stockers of industrial floor coatings. A Color Trade innovation, the 4-in-1 primer must always be your first choice. Magic Cover PVA, 99 Rand per 5 liters. Peach, cream or white. Restore your driveway with high durability jet black tar coat, 690 Rands per 20 liters. Get to a Color Trade Paint store near you or visit our e-store. Call 086 126 8888 for free delivery. Make the right paint choice. Always ensure color before trade. Buy Color Trade Paints.
At Richfield, we don't just teach, we equip you with practical skills to create your own path. Study IT, business or public management with degrees, diplomas and higher certificates, plus our flagship MBA. Choose to study online or at our premium Umhlanga or Musgrave campuses. With programs built alongside industry leaders, you'll gain the confidence you need. Applications open for 2026. All you have to do is visit richfield.ac.za or pop into one of our KZN campuses for more information.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, it is now 13 after 7 as the fourth term begins. Excitement and a touch of anxiety fills the air for thousands of grade 12 learners across KwaZulu-Natal. Despite challenges such as resource shortages and funding delays earlier in the year, teacher unions say educators and learners have worked tirelessly to ensure readiness for the final stretch. Joining us now is the Provincial Secretary of SATU in the KwaZulu-Natal province, Nomorashia Aluza, to talk about how teachers and learners have prepared and what the union expects as exams get into full swing. Good morning and welcome back to the Breakfast Rush.
Good morning and good morning to your listeners. We appreciate the opportunity to be with you this morning.
Thank you for joining us. As the fourth term begins, how would you describe the general mood and level of preparedness among grade 12 learners and teachers in KZN?
Yes, thank you. You know, as KwaZulu-Natal, even though there are a lot of challenges that are facing our schools, especially those that speak to school funding or education funding, but our teachers and learners have been working very hard in the classroom to ensure that when this time comes, they are fully ready for the final examinations. We are confident as SATU that our teachers did everything in their power from the beginning of the year, even though there were disturbances around June. You remember when it was time for them to write the June examinations, there were no resources in some schools and there was a delay of about 1 week. But after that, our teachers made sure that they catch up, working together with their learners. As it stands now, we are all confident. I'm repeating that KZN teachers have worked hard and they are ready to invigilate and to make sure that examinations run smoothly.
Can you tell us more about initiatives that have helped boost confidence and readiness? For example, we are aware of weekend classes for learners.
Come again?
So, can you tell us more about what has helped boost confidence and the readiness of the children? So, we know that you guys have been having weekend classes for the students.
Yes, you know, what is more important is motivation that our learners have. And they always draw strength from the previous year's examination results. You know that there was jubilation in KZN, excitement from everyone because of how we performed in 2024. That alone motivates our learners to do even more better or much better than the previous class. That is the first thing. But secondly, every time in our schools, even us as such, we've been having motivational sessions and working with our student chapter in universities. They've been visiting schools, ensuring that they motivate the children. But most importantly, the role that parents and the community has to play. It's the final touch now where parents and the community must show their support to these learners and these children so that as they sit for the examinations, they are fully confident. Yes, teachers have done their work in terms of getting to the classroom and teaching, but emotionally and psychologically, our learners must be ready for the examinations. And there are a lot of factors that contribute to that confidence.
Indeed. Many learners now rely on digital tools and online resources to study. How significant do you think technology has been in improving exam preparation this year?
You know, the role that technology plays in teaching and learning these days cannot be measured. You know, it's immeasurable. And it's important that learners are supported in accessing those tools which can boost their confidence. But we know that in some areas in KZN, you may have challenges of connectivity and all of that. but they've been using their cell phones, they've been using what their teachers do and send to them and share. And that always helps them to even access previous exam papers for them to prepare for the examinations in terms of revisions and all of that, but also to interact even with other students or learners in other provinces, because in some of the platforms, they're even able to ask questions, which therefore means that the digital platforms provide more support, because if the child can only rely on the teacher in the classroom, that is not enough. But having access to these digital platforms create an opportunity for learners to explore and also engage with many people, ask questions, get responded to, and in that way the work of the teacher is also enhanced through these digital platforms.
Unions have previously raised issues about funding shortages impacting schools, particularly in areas dependent on departmental allocation. Are you confident that learners won't experience any shortcomings for this examination period?
You know, let's separate these examinations. We have the grade 12 examination or the National Senior Certificate examination, and then we have the internal examinations from grade 1 to grade 11. So, yes, as I've said earlier on, we've been shouting about these shortages of resources in our schools. So remember that in June we even engaged in pickets to force the department to pay schools the norms and standards. But when it comes to the matric examinations, remember, everything that is required is brought by the department in terms of, the papers. So there's no duplication of papers that is required. The only thing that we pray that it mustn't disturb is the issue of the storms, the rains that can affect electricity or connectivity and all of that. But we are confident, for these learners, everything will go smoothly, because there are no other resources that are required. Papers will be coming with the Department of Education, yes, with the internal examinations that will also be starting in November. We are a bit skeptical unless the department moves fastly to provide the last tranche of the norms and standards or the basic allocation.
The Provincial Secretary of SATU in KwaZulu-Natal, Nomorashia Galuza, thank you very much for your time this morning and your answers to our questions. We wish you a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much. There you go. It's your breakfast rush, and coming up not too long from now, our attorney Altaf Raouf, the director of a Durban-based law firm with a specialization in labor law, has his LLB degree obtained from UKZN, also specializing in organizing races and soccer. No, I'm kidding. Also specializing in criminal law, civil law, and somewhat of a general legal eagle. He'll be joining us in the studio not too long from now. So sit back, relax, stick around, stay tuned. Loads of answers and observations as well coming through from our listeners this morning, because the Japanese guys, when they invented a machine, there's a prototype out there that it'll invite, you when you get home, it'll say, come, I'll give you a bath. So Ahmed comes through with a very, very important South African question. Ahmed says, picture this, right? You're in the machine, you're having a bath, this, that, and the other. And then Ahmed says, what if there's load shedding? You get stuck in the machine.
You just stay there. So your spa treatment will extend.
Even the videos, nah, man. There's load shedding. Even the videos will stop. Then the only thing that'll happen after that is it's like my claustrophobia will go like next level. And that'll be that.
And it's dangerous because obviously it's probably like hot in there.
Could be. Ventilation might stop. Who knows? Sarah Bibi Mustafa says that is the wife's job. First thing husband need is food. You can have any knowledge, but you must know how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this yesterday, right?
All the men love food.
Everybody loves food. I was thinking about this yesterday. So my son is high school, and let's assume one day he's like, okay, I'm studying, but the university's far away.
Yeah.
Right. Or he's working and work is far away.
Mm.
Would he be able to take care of himself? I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know, would he be able to take care? Would he be able to cook his favorite meal? Does he? Like, I know he knows how to go shopping for like groceries.
Yeah.
Because him and I do that.
Half the battle won.
Right. So he can buy the groceries, but would he be able to take care of himself? Then I thought to myself, how many of us in this world are actually actively doing whatever we can to ensure that our children, be they boy or girl, have the necessary street smarts and knowledge and skills to take care of themselves? Cooking, cleaning.
Of course.
It's not gender-based, right?
Yes,
nothing that
agreed.
please understand, nothing that I'm saying right now is gender-based. It's just boy and girl. So cooking, cleaning, household chores, going shopping, paying the bills, taking care of themselves as adults.
Absolutely. Washing your clothes, putting them up on the line.
Apparently there's a machine in Japan, so you don't have to wash yourself.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Every day, thousands go to bed hungry, but you can change that. With just 10 Rand, you can provide a loaf of bread. This bread is more than just a donation, it is a lifeline for so many families in need. Be part of the Al-Ansar Outreach Slice of Life drive today. Call Outreach on 031 208 1601 and make a difference one loaf at a time.
Vodacom Shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom Shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
At Checkstar, our services make the difference. From the butchery to the bakery, the deli to fresh fruit and vegetables, our departments are ready to serve you with quality, freshness, and care. Celebrate our 11th birthday with the shopping experience you deserve. Grab our birthday deals exclusive at Checkstar Overport Sparks Road, Mount Edgecombe, and Durban CBD. Checkstar really cares.
Ever wondered why your medical bills are so high? The same lab test can cost 30% less at FlowPath, HPCSA and SANAS accreditation, trusted results and lower prices. Take the price test today. FlowPath, putting patients before profits.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
You could try to turn off the sun. I'm still gonna shine away, yeah, until everyone will have some fun today. We can go wherever you wanna, and do wherever you like. Let's just have a real good time. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. I just wanna spare love and peace and all of my happiness, yeah, to everybody that I meet. 'Cause I feel it's spectacular. I love it when we love one another. Give thanks as every day for this life. Living with a smile on our face. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Whoa, Spread peace on the earth, share the love that is around us. Spread peace on the earth, share the love that is around us. Always be kind, always remind one another. Peace on the earth every day. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum,
I haven't played those in a long time. I saw its name come across the screen and I said to myself, we're going to do that. Sultan Abul Abedin and Salamu Alaik, the a cappella version of that recording. Takes me back to the early days of the Breakfast Rush when these songs were like almost brand new maybe. And, you know, they were on the playlist pretty often at that time because they were so new. They were on the playlist pretty often. So, yeah, kind of nostalgic for me,
I
just
love it.
going back. It's a cool track.
It's still my go-to track in the car.
Really?
Really.
This one here?
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think it gives you that energy even sometimes when you might be feeling at your lowest.
I want to say Assalamu alaikum, brother Altaf Raouf. Salam, how are you? Good. I know it's still early for you to start talking all things legal, so we're not going to talk things legal now. When you first started driving and had the opportunity to purchase a vehicle, right? And the guy said, okay, optional extras, and they gave you a whole list. What did you choose, or what would you choose? Optional extras. I know a lot of people, especially those Bavarian drivers, do not select the indicator. But what would you select?
So the first vehicle that I purchased was a business vehicle.
Right.
So it was a bakkie, canopy.
Yeah.
All those business stuff.
Yeah,
you know
that you need.
Lets you run a business.
Okay.
So
the canopy doesn't come standard. You got to add that.
Yeah, you got to add it on.
So the canopy was the optional extra.
Yeah.
Nas chose speakers.
He lies.
She did.
No, I agree with you.
It came with it.
No, I agree with you because she's got those upgraded ones that you can hear.
Oh yeah.
From
standard speakers.
I did not pay extra.
Yeah, I know she didn't pay extra. They looked at her and said, "Aw, give a couple extra speakers."
No, they did that for all of the black exterior work.
The
The black finishes, yeah.
There we go. So when Nas says she is playing Sultan Abul Abedin at
It's for the whole road.
full volume, it is for the whole of Overport.
Yes.
Leave the
you must
road
hear
alone.
the salam and then you must reply to me.
There you go. Hey, it's 7:32. Let's get you some headlines, some traffic, and all of that.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, presidential spokesperson Vincent Magwenya says the presidency is monitoring both the Madlanga Commission and the Ad Hoc Parliamentary Committee as they probe allegations made by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. An alleged serial rapist linked to 9 rapes and robbery cases over a 3-year period on the KwaZulu-Natal's north coast has now been arrested. And finally, at least 5 people were killed and dozens were injured after Pakistani security forces launched a clearance operation in Lahore against demonstrators demanding the expulsion of US and other Western ambassadors for their unconditional support of Israel. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Tabila Duma.
TBR, it is 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM, Peter Maritzburg.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Superintendent Rauf, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. Accident on the N3 coming towards Durban as you come from the Hilton Avenue ramp. Left-hand lanes obstructed. Overturned vehicle on Boulevard Road in Ambilo area. Some delays in that vicinity. Now, this accident we spoke about on Hilton Avenue is involving truck. The traffic is backing up considerably. I'm just looking at pictures coming through in that vicinity, so please be careful as you are approaching that section of the roadway. Another accident involving a truck and a taxi. Now, this is on the N2 near the Bonjour, the garage on the N2. I think it's a total garage near to Freeway. Possibility of that N2 being closed because of this accident scene. It's quite a nasty one, I believe. So just prepare yourself if you are traveling, either going past Freeway or coming from that area towards Durban, to be detoured off the N2 when the cleanup operation starts taking place. Truck broken down on the N3 going towards Peter Maritzburg after Ashburton. The left-hand lane is obstructed, so there's delays in that vicinity. Accident on Botanic Gardens Road near the near DUT, the Durban University of Technology. There's 2 vehicles involved in this one, so there's some sort of delays in that vicinity. Just allow for extra traveling time in that vicinity, please. That is your final update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Rauf. Much appreciated. You take it easy. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow morning on the program.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. That's Superintendent Rauf. Every morning, 3 times a morning, he gives us traffic. So around about 6:30, just after 7, and right about now, every day. So in between, you are our eyes and ears on the road. So if you see something that maybe others should know about, just pop us a message and we'll be too happy to send it off to everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Fahim's listening with everybody's ears, just, he's listening proper. He says, free advertising for DUT, free advertising for their garage. Hey, all over the traffic update. We need to get these guys to sponsor the traffic update.
We have to give you the landmarks.
Hey, honestly, we have to. So, Altaf, how does fines work, right? So if you break a rule, you get a fine.
Correct.
So what do we do with Abdul Wahab Karim specifically? What do we do with him? Because on Saturday, instead of coming to the breakfast rush fun run, he decided to go walk in a park.
Okay,
and I waited specifically for him to be online listening now. So I'm not talking behind his back.
Okay, so his fine is going to be 5 toys.
5 toys for the toy run.
No fishing for 1 month.
Toy distribution.
No, shame. We don't want to punish him that badly. Naz is sadistic.
It's closed season for shad at the moment. So
closed seasons for shad never stopped any shad from biting the hook. The shad don't know it's closed season. I'm going to put it that way. I mean, seriously, the poor fisherman, he went there, he's waiting for a grunter. Next thing, this shad bites the hook. Not his fault.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
you don't know what you're pulling out.
Exactly. I can't see under the water. Wahab says, I don't fish for shad. Of course, no fisherman fishes for shad. They just catch them by accident. Anyway, Wahab, you're fine for going for a walk in a park and not coming for a walk on the beach with us on Saturday is 5 toys for the toy run. That box, did you see the box by the end of the day?
I was so overwhelmed.
And
I can't even tell you.
It was amazing.
Do we have a final number?
10 people to carry that.
Right. So that you need exactly, that box is heavy. You need a lot of people to carry the box. But here's the thing. There were still people coming through yesterday and dropping off toys. Saying, hey, guys, we forgot. We were in such a hurry on Saturday morning. We forgot to put the toys in the car. But it was in the house and here you go.
That was amazing.
So it was
absolutely amazing.
I think that's like at least 4 visits that we can make, 4 different hospitals.
I think even a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I met an auntie that I think is touching her 80s.
Wow.
And she traveled from Cape Town because there was a janaza in Cape Town. So she
Okay.
came, landed, went shopping to
Mm.
buy the toys,
Mm.
and came and dropped it off.
That's phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. There were so many people. I met Sister Nasreen Sultan,
Mhm.
who says to me, Nishal, I went to Lakewood Festival
Yeah.
to see you,
Uh-huh.
and then they told me you went home. So guess what? She got in an aircraft and she came to Durban because the fun run's taking place. She's going to be with her sister Anissa
Alhamdulillah.
and get the opportunity to meet the team.
And she did the 5K, by
Yep.
the way.
Yep.
It was lovely.
Yep. She flew 600 or 700 kilometers to walk 5.
I hope you signed her shirt.
No. No. The shirt story is a very touchy story. Very touchy story. So Altaf, I don't know if you can see that picture from where you're sitting, but Wahab sends us a picture of what looks like a fish.
The overgrown shed.
It's an overgrown. Assalamu alaikum to you. If you've just come in, Asha Magraj sending good morning messages only to Naz.
Good morning. And thank you for your love.
Right. So just hang on for a second. How do I delete Asha's message?
No,
'Cause she's
don't
rude.
do that.
She's rude.
Hi, Nishal.
No, she didn't.
How are you, Nishal?
I'm not good. Salams. Your son will manage. Mum will go with him to varsity. Khadija, you know, there's a difference. The difference. She wouldn't. She wouldn't. Seriously.
Really?
She'd be like, boy, grow up. Take care of yourself.
That's the way, though.
Seriously. Nishal, veggies are easy menus to cook. Teach him those. I would if he'd eat it. You know, he's his father's son. What can I say? Famida Ahmad says, hugs and kisses to all the Ahmad kids from Treasure Beach going to school today. Mummy will miss you guys. Have an awesome term ahead. Love you all the way to Jannah. Now, here's Mummy that will go to university. I won't try that machine yet. Probably me
Not
too.
at all.
Right? Upper Latifa of Chatsworth is enjoying this show.
Alhamdulillah.
So Wahab says it's a salmon that he caught. Good size as well. Well done, brother Abdul Wahab Kareem. Ismail says,
Please keep my family, friends, and loved ones safe. Please watch over them always and let them have good health, happiness, and good fortune. Ameen.
when we come back, we're speaking with the brother Muhammad Altaf Raouf. He is our resident legal eagle. And you remember that at the end of September, we hosted the Wills Week and Legal Clinic event where a number of attorneys provided a service to draft free basic wills. So we'll be touching on that and more in a bit.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
From South Africa to the world, it's your number one, The Breakfast Rush with Nishal Sarawan.
Verily, every soul shall taste death. A gentle reminder for all of us. The Al-Ansar Outreach warmly invites you, dear sisters, to our annual Ghusl classes, a sacred journey guided by respected mu'allimat. Ladies only, Saturday, 25th October, 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Seats are limited, so don't delay. Register now, 031-208-1601.
J.Jamshade brings you Spring Sale with flat 30% and flat 50% off on all items. Avail the most exciting offers from 9th October to 19th October 2025. Visit our store at 222 Felix Lamini Road, Overport, or shop online at za.jamshade.com. Terms and conditions apply.
It's official. Checkers Foods Kawi Park is our first food store with a halal butchery, bakery, and deli certified by NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust. This will ensure high standards and ethical practices across our butchery, bakery, and deli from farm to table. So visit Checkers Foods Kawi Park for an exceptional shopping experience that keeps getting better and better.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
So we've been spending an excessive amount of time most recently just going through ideas and plans and finding ways to say, this is what we can do from a program angle for members of our community. And we always think from a point of view where something that would benefit anybody that walked in the door, no matter how old you are, young you are, whether you're still at school or, you're a dadi or somebody in between, something that could benefit absolutely everybody. And one of those initiatives that we've done now 4 years, I think it is in a row, is the World's event. And that was just this last September. And of course, the free legal advice as well. Over the course of August and September, in the lead up to the event, we'd emphasized on a number of occasions the importance of having a valid will when one passes away. It has also been emphasized that it is important to wind up the estate as soon as possible after the person is deceased. Today, we're going to illustrate with a real world example why this is necessary. Altaf, I know you've spoken on this subject on numerous occasions, but let's use this real world example. Tell us about this deceased estate that you're currently dealing with.
Okay, so we were approached by this client about 3 or 4 months ago. In a nutshell, his father had passed away sometime in 2020. And obviously now the son is a beneficiary of that estate. Now, the father had multiple properties on his name. He had multiple vehicles on his name. And the father had passed away in Johannesburg, because that's where he lived.
Yeah.
And the son is here in Durban. And now the son obviously now wanted to know what's going on with this estate.
Now, where does one begin with a matter like this?
So the first step, if you want to know what's going on with any estate, is to find out if the estate has been registered with the master's office. Now, luckily, this has become considerably easier in recent times because the master's office now has an online system called the Master's ICMS.
Right.
So anybody can literally go on Google, type in Master's ICMS, press enter, and I think it's the first or the second result that comes up. You click on it, and it'll take you through to a search page where you can search. There's a whole lot of information you can search. You can search trust information, curator information, deceased estates, quite a few things over there.
Right.
Now, let's say you choose the deceased estate. You can either use a person's ID number, you can use their name, you can use their date of death. There's a variety of different search options.
Yeah.
You plug in the information over there, and you will get a result. So while consulting with this client, I said, okay, do you remember your dad's ID number? He gave me the ID number. I quickly plugged it in the system. Immediately found out, okay, this estate has been registered. It's registered in the Johannesburg Master's Office. Now, if you are viewing an estate for whatever reason, you will see that there is a couple documents available there. And you can actually see who the executor of the estate is and some very basic information.
Right.
So we realized, okay, we have the file. It's in the Johannesburg office. Next step is to view the actual file.
You're in Durban, it's in Johannesburg. How do you view the file?
So this is the unfortunate part of it. You now have to actually go to the office.
Okay. So
right?
Johannesburg,
right? Because
that's if the file is in Johannesburg.
Well, the file is in Johannesburg because we've got the confirmation.
No, I'm saying like for Joe Public now, there is an office in Durban where files also get filed here.
Yeah, so
in this case, it's
wherever there's a branch of the High Court,
yeah,
there is a master's office for that area. So in KZN, for example, you've got a master's office Durban, Pietermaritzburg. In Gauteng, you've got a master's office Johannesburg and Pretoria, and so forth in each province.
All right. So you had to go to the one in Johannesburg.
Yeah. So, well, look, we didn't go up. We got an agent to do it. Right. But you go to the master's office, you request a file. It was considerably easier because we now had the file reference.
Yes.
Once you request a file, if you just want to view the file, that's free. The master's office doesn't charge you for just viewing the file.
Okay.
But now, if you want copies, they charge you 25 Rand a page.
Sure. Wow.
Don't ask me why it's that amount. I can't tell you. And if you want certified copies, it's 50 Rand a page. Again, don't ask me why.
Is this like an A0 size page or
That's
normal
a normal A4 page.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? Don't ask me why those are the prices they charge.
And then what did you discover?
So essentially, we discovered that, look, the estate had been reported. There was an executor who was appointed.
Yeah.
But over the past 5 years, nothing really had been done. Right? So there also was a will in the file, and the will was undated, which was quite a concern because it's very likely that at the point when the will was done, the testator, being the deceased father, likely did not have the mental capacity because he was quite sick in the years leading up
to it,
to his him being deceased.
What's the way forward under these circumstances?
So, I would advise anybody to do exactly what I did. So, firstly, get hold of the executor, right? Their contact details are there in the file, and request a copy of the executor's file content. Now, in this particular matter, when I did this, the executor was seemingly very hesitant to provide any information.
Right.
Whenever information was requested, it came in drips and drabs, and we had to drag it out of them. I had to go so far as to threaten to report their conduct to the master's office before they finally gave me what I was asking for. And even then, only partial information was given. We're still waiting for further information so that we can take this matter forward.
What sort of issues did you encounter during this process?
So, firstly, the will is in dispute.
Yeah.
Right? We believe the will may not be valid because the will is undated, and like I said, at some point, depending when it was done, the deceased would not have had the necessary mental capacity to enter into that will. From what I can see, the executor is intentionally being obstructive. Because I'm telling you, I'm actually on behalf of one of the beneficiaries. I need X, Y, and Z information. You're not giving it to me. Why would you not want to give me that information? It doesn't make sense. And for a period of 5 years, the executor has seemingly done very little in the file. Also, these various properties should have been used for the benefit of the estate over the past 5 years.
Yes.
For example, those properties should not have been allowed to lay empty. I mean, you should have gotten permission to either dispose of the assets, alternatively rent the properties out, whatever it is. Don't let it lie empty. Nothing has been done. Now, in addition to that, we now discover that, and this is one of the reasons that I keep on harping on, you need to deal with an estate as soon as the person is deceased. This particular guy's estate cannot be wound up because he passed away in 2020.
Yeah.
He has a wife who passed away about 6 years before him.
And her estate wasn't?
Her estate was not wound up.
Oh, gosh.
And she owned a half share in one of the properties. So we are now stuck because the wife's estate first needs to be wound up. Then only can we come down to the husband's estate, which significantly complicates matters.
Exactly, it would. So let's go to how these matters are actually dealt with as we close up for this morning.
Right. So if you ever have questions or issues regarding the validity of a will, you challenge the validity in court. There's really no other way to do it, right? If you are having issues with an executor, if your executor has been obstructive, if your executor is not providing information, if your executor is completely ignoring everybody, you can report the executor to the master's office. The executor can be removed. Alternatively, if the master's office doesn't remove the executor and you believe you've made a case for it, again, you can bring a high court application for the removal of the executor. With regards to the predeceased estate, unfortunately, there is no real option but to wait to wind up the first estate and then come back to the second estate. So it's important to get these things done.
And
as soon as they
process
arise.
you're talking about going now in this particular scenario, the wife's estate, then the husband's estate. My calculation is this is at least a decade-long delay.
Correct. And we have even greater issues in that because they've got so look, don't hold me to the dates.
Yeah.
But I believe that the current South African 13-digit ID only came into use in 1983, I think it was. In 1981, when this couple purchased their first property, they were still using the old
system,
old ID numbers.
Uh-oh.
So, and beyond that, it wasn't the purchase of a property. It was something called a long lease, where you had a 99-year lease of the property.
Yeah.
And then what happened is when those areas are officially declared a township, then those long leases automatically get converted to a title deed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we now also have the further issue where those long leases. Oh, and we also have the issue of there was a change in surname.
Too many issues.
That title deed is now, or rather, that long lease title is on the initial surname with the apartheid era identity
ID number.
numbers, together with not having been converted to a proper title deed.
Yeah.
If you don't sort these things out, it leaves many, many issues later down the line.
Guys, if you want to get a hold of Altaf and ask a few more questions regarding this or any other matter, really, this is what you got to do.
Okay, you can drop me an email. Email address is altAAF@RAOOFLAW.co.za. I'll give it to you again. altAAF@RAOOFLAW.co.za. Might take a day or two depending on how busy I am, but I will give you a response. And if it's something I can't deal with, I'll refer you to a friend who can probably help you out.
Absolutely. Naz, can you read how many zeros are here? That's a lot.
There are 4.
So
50,000.
Kasim says, please ask Altaf, what does someone do if they don't have the money to wind up the estate and transfer the estate? I was quoted 50,000 Rand for a house that's valued at 560,000.
Okay, that's probably the transfer fees. Look, my assumption is at this point that there's insufficient liquidity in the estate to
the quick answer is
to do that. Look, you could theoretically, if the house is being sold, you could theoretically ask the conveyancing attorney to take their fees from the purchase price.
Yeah.
But if the house is coming to you as an inheritance, you're going to need to find that money to pay the conveyancer.
Sure.